Whilst we're here, there's a couple of things that obviously I missed during my time whilst I was ill. I think the big one that I missed, which everybody absolutely loved, was the Matt Mercer Vincent voice actor reveal, which is pretty cool. So it's weird because when we played the whole of Remake, yeah, I knew who the voice actor was, yeah, by name. I didn't realize who the voice actor was. And then obviously I watched Pretty Little Liars, I think it's called, and he's in that a lot. And I remember sitting for Rebirth, and I was like, oh my gosh. Huh? Oh, it's the guy from Pretty Little Liars. He voices Cloud. What? This was very interesting to read, by the way. So they released an article about the cover art. Now, I just thought it was an amazing piece of cover art. And they actually explain, wrong screen. They actually talk about this, which I think is pretty cool, man. Creative director Tetsuya Nomura, the artwork represents the 3 worlds that form the axis of the story in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And Sephiroth is in the center as he represents the instigator and the events of the past. And I saw this and I was like, you just confirmed a couple of things. 3 separate worlds that exist. And Sethi Boy is from the past world. Like we all thought. I mean, we all thought that Sephiroth was from the past. Here, meddling in the stuff that didn't concern him. And he's here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, and I think it's so cool. Like, the color, the imagery. It's just a beautiful piece of artwork, and reading that is great. Like it says here also that Cloud and Zack are on the side as they represent their destinies being torn apart by Sephiroth. The image of blood, fire, and the red that evokes Sephiroth stains the sky and spreads over the world. The subtle red shade in the logo is also inspired by the same imagery. When you think about this and this artwork here, like this portion of the sky does look like very similar to, it reminds me of this. And it's same with the artwork for Zack's side when it comes to, it's all very similar to each other. You know, the sky in Zack's world, it looks beautiful, it looks nice, it looks clear, it just looks very similar to that. And then you've got Cloud, and then you got Sephiroth, the piece of you know what, doing all the stuff he's doing. Man, I couldn't be any more excited for this game if I tried. I mean, I will try. But then here, it says here, the image of blood, fire that evokes Sephiroth. It stains the sky and spreads over the world, and a subtle red shade in the logo, also inspired from the same imagery. It's very subtle. Can I zoom in on that? No, can't. This is Sephiroth with the timeline. He is back with a vengeance, and it confirms it all here. Like, Sephiroth is in the center as he represents the instigator of the events of the past. So somehow he has traveled within the live stream somehow, or got a freaking time machine, and he's back here. And we're not gonna know, or at least they're hinting that we're not gonna know what is actually happening until the City of the Ancients. And that's like, oh, there's still, obviously we think we know what's happening, but we don't know what's happening. And I think Remake was a great thing for that. We thought we knew what was happening until then. Spoiler alert, if you've not played Remake, this is your spoiler warning now. You know, we were in the Shinra building about to whoop the cheeks of President Shinra, and what happens? Oh my god, Sephi Boy just stabs Barrett. And you're like, what? Obviously the plot ghosts, you know, stopped that from happening, stopped him from dying. But I remember that happening, going, what? That can't be happening. It's just so much. Like, Aerith knows more than what she's letting on as well. Has she come from the future as well? Well, has she come from the future? Spoiler alert, she may have a, you know, she may have taken an absence of leave. just a little absent of leave, that's it, you know. Vacation, holiday, personal day, or several days. The question is, will they cliffhanger on whether Aerith lives or dies? They very well could do. They very well could do. What is this Sephiroth's goal? You know, what is this man's goal? What does he want to achieve out of this? Because this Sephiroth right here, right now, knows what's going to go down in the City of the Ancients. Does he just want to continue to plunge 19 inches of steel inside of Aerith? Or what? What is the goal? Can next year happen already? I feel like it's so long away. So long.